Hi everybody, this is Teri from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts Facebook group, the Sweet Pea Papers Ko-fi shop where you can purchase all the journals that you see made in these videos. Okay, alright, so we're working on Shabby Purple Garden. This is video 4, excuse me, and we're all the way back here on page 10. So let's take a look at what we're gonna do. I did a couple things ahead of time. I used my circle cutter to cut out a circle in a piece of the paper, the backing paper, and I put it, whoops, there's the cover. I put this underneath my cutting mat so it wouldn't move on this glass surface. Then you take this little cover off and your blade is right there. You set it to how big of a circle you want. I could have gone a little bit bigger. Then you hold this down and you press down on it, just the green part, and then you just spin this around. Of course, it's on your paper, and then it will cut the hole for you, or the circle for you. Let's see if I can get this to go on. Yeah, see, that's not correct. Anyway, because it's just going to fall back off. So that's how those work. You can get them for just a few bucks on Amazon. I got this one from Temu, but the prices have all changed because of the tariffs. So you can look and see, but they'll probably be $2.99 shipping. However, the price may be so low that even with the $2.99 shipping, it might still be less expensive than on Amazon. Alright, so this is what we're going to do for this page. We're going to make a trifold, but the trifold is going to flip out from the edge of the page. And then we're going to decorate the backs of the trifold. This is the paper, and that's been inked. Now this is my circle and it's been inked. We're going to make a pocket out of that. Then we're going to make a fold out of this. Now, even though it's going to be sideways, this is the best one that I could find that I hadn't already used, so I wouldn't have to print out another one. So what we're going to do is we're going to, oh, I should have inked this because we're going to use the whole paper now. I was thinking I was going to have to cut part of it off, make just a flip out, but I can do the double. I'm a little sniffly this morning. Once again, I went out yesterday and sat outside and was reading my book. I'm going to have to hang a mask from my sliding glass door handle so I remember to put it on. And then we'll be decorating the back side. And we're going to use some magnets as well. So we're going to have to see how that works. Hopefully we don't end up having to use Velcro dots. I'm hoping we can put the circles on over the magnets, which is what I'm hoping, and then just decorate on top of that. All right, one more side. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this at 3.5, 3.5, and then that will leave me 4. And then that way, the top one will hang out over the tops of the other two. So I want this to be my 4-inch flap. So I'm going to go score it at 3.5, and we'll score it again at 3.5. Going from the left. Okay, then it's going to be 7. It's going to be 3.5, and 3.5 is 7, so it's going to be 3.5 and 7. Okay. So we're going to, this is going to be on the paper, so this is going to fold like this. Oh, I did it backwards, didn't I? This is going to fold like this, because this is getting glued to the paper. Or I can glue this to the paper, fold it like this, and then fold it like this, which is what I wanted. Okay, that's what I'll do. So now we need to ink these long edges where we just folded it. Actually, let me use the bone folder on it. Just makes it easier to ink. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to glue this on as a pocket. We're going to have to make this page 11. Otherwise, it's not going to fold out right, because of which one we decided to glue down. If we had decided to glue down this one, then we would have put it on page 10. So now this is going to be on page 11. And let's put our magnets on. We're going to put a magnet here. Maybe that will hold the whole thing down. Looks like it will. Now, I'm not going to put the circle on it yet. Oh yeah, that'll be fine because I will use this long pocket over the top of the magnet. All right, so I won't need a circle. Okay, so we're going to glue this down, and we're going to yeah. So we want to glue it on as a pocket with this side open. You want to flip it over and you want to slide it and make sure that it's even on the back. I just made my pocket shorter, less deep, because I had glue here, but I had it here and I slid it back, so that's going to glue this whole inside. Okay, so this is going to go like this, and then let's put a tab on here before we decorate any of the inside. Let's just put a smaller tab so that it's obvious that you're going to pull it out. I didn't put very much glue on there so that it would dry quick. All right. So we've glued this on as a pocket. We've glued this on. Oh no, this is just the flip out. Okay, so it's going to flip like this, but then you'll also be able to flip it all the way out like so. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we've got our pocket here. Let's see, how big is this? This is just big enough. I'm going to put it above the butterfly. And we're going to put lace on here. And I'm wondering if we should put a piece of acetate on here first. So I think I'll do a 1 5/8. Because I don't think this is going to be strong enough, just the lace. Actually, I think it will. We'll put a little tag in there. Okay. So we're going to go, let's see, which way do I want it to go? I want the writing to be right side up. And I'm going to glue and then we'll cut this off. Okay, that's pretty. I think, well, we can just put some pearls across there. Or what about this? We put some of this across here. I should have used my purple lace. It's not big enough for a pocket. Okay. Now that that's farther up, is this long enough? Mm-mm. Yeah, I like that better. So you can see it better. Okay. So now we've got that pocket. It's going to be pretty bumpy for the very back. I didn't think of that. put it on the front. And if I put it down far enough, we can glue this on as a pocket as well. So now we've got this as a pocket, this as a pocket, which I glued shut when I glued the lace down. Okay, so then we'll pull that open like this. I've already inked this. So I'm just scoring right where the white part meets the purple. Then we'll make our envelope. And we'll glue these two sides. You have to kind of check and make sure. Sometimes this part will stick out, which it does a little bit, I think. You just want to glue those two sides. So the first thing we're going to do is ink in here. We need to ink the outside edges. I don't know if we have a card small enough to fit in here or not. inking very dark. It looks like I might have to trim it just a little bit. There's just a little bit sticking out right there and right there. It's got a little bit of a shade to it, you know, shading to it. That makes it harder to see. Yeah. This is a long pocket that I cut the gussets off of. Let's put this on here. Now I left a little bit so that it had a border around and it had little angled edges to the pocket. Okay, and then we're going to put our envelope in here. Hopefully our magnet will still hold. We may have to put a card in here. And on here, I'm wondering if we should put 2 magnets. Like another one over here. I like this one better. So let me get my These are just kids' scissors. These I actually ordered as this. They're made by Provo Craft. Provocraft. Okay. And these came in a set, I believe. In fact, I don't know. Anyway, this one's got this pattern. This one has this pattern, which looks more like torn paper, like torn, and not deckle-edged so much. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a second magnet in to hold it because we're putting so much stuff on it. Or should I just go ahead and write off this magnet and put a dot on? Well, if I put a dot here, see, this will be a pocket too, you know, like a tuck. Yeah, I wasn't going to, but I want to hold it flat, so. So I may put a card in here. I think this is too thick, but it's ready to go. Now, I could have put this, I could have made the longer side fold here so that this pocket was longer than this pocket, but it doesn't matter because this is actually just going to be held on by the magnet. So let me go back here. Let me ink it. For a dauber that has a button on it so that it doesn't roll, it sure kind of rolls around. Just sprayed it with a little bit of water. I kind of misted it. I didn't hold it up close and really give it a dose of water. Man, I've been watching Desperate Housewives, and it's from like 2005. So there's something like 22 or 24 episodes per season. And there's 8 seasons. You want to make sure that you're keeping your top consistent. I don't know. I think if I wanted to use seedless preserves again, which I do like the color, I would get the bigger pad. Get room for 3 more of the regular die. I mean pads, 3x3s in my holder. Then I think if I put one of these here, though, then I'll need to put 2 of those purple gems. I have all these trays full of ephemera. Oh, and I need a piece of lace for this. And I'll come back and put a word on it. I'm not going to put chipboard underneath this unless I do under the word, because remember, we're trying to make the magnets work. Thought there would be enough glue coming through, but I forgot about that thicker part in the middle. Oops. Okay, then we'll have a card here, and then on this last one, let's see, this is the page, so we don't have another one, we just have those 2. And then we have these images, which are pretty, and then we have this pocket, and then this piece that we're going to be able to hold down because of the magnet. Now let's put the 2, and we have a card here. And a card here. So we did pretty well. So what was I going to do? Oh, put the magnets on the back. I also think before I put this on, I should have put some lace on there. But we could still, oops. We could still do above and below because it's all, this is all white. In fact, it will still stick out if I put it on top. Okay. Gosh darn it. And you can still see the tab. Okay. All right, now I'm trying to pick up a tab through so we can put this here. And then once I put this tag in here, then we'll go ahead and stop for this video. We've got it all built. All we have to do is glue this in the book. In fact, we'll do that. So we ended up not using these two pockets. So I glued it in differently. So let's go ahead and glue it in the book. And then we can always, and then we can add the cards off camera. Or I can add the cards off camera. Yeah, I think without that envelope, the two magnets will hold just fine. I'm going to have two bigger cards or a big tag and the card that slides in. Now I could have glued this on as a pocket as well. Just so you know. Okay, so we're going to leave this one at that, and we're going to make that the end of this video. So I will see you in video 5, and that will be page 10 and hopefully 12, and then we will be done with half. But we do have until video 6 to get the first signature done. So I've got a little bit of a whoop-de-doo for page 12. So you know what I mean. We'll do something easier here and then go to 12. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you for spending the last 55 minutes with me, and I will see you in video 4.